All right, let's jump right in. We're going to talk about a skill that, I'm not kidding, is becoming a modern day superpower. It's called deep work. And it's really the key to producing your absolute best, most valuable work in a world that seems practically designed to stop you from doing just that. But first, let me ask you a question. And be honest. When was the last time you went a full 60 minutes with no notifications, no quick glances at your email, no, I'll just check this one message? If you're struggling to remember, hey, you are not alone. You're actually experiencing the very problem that deep work is meant to solve. Because here's the reality we're all up against. The average person on an average day touches their phone more than 2,600 times. Taps, swipes, clicks, it all adds up. We've built this culture of constant connection, which creates what the author Newport calls a state of frenetic shallowness. Basically, our attention is constantly being shattered into 1,000 tiny little pieces. And look, this isn't just a minor inconvenience. Newport warns that this constant distraction doesn't just hurt our productivity right now, it's actively damaging our ability to focus in the long run. Think of it like a muscle. If you only ever do light, easy reps, you literally reduce your ability to lift something heavy when you really need to. So what's the antidote to all this shallowness? Well, it's deep work. This is the mental heavy lifting. It's all about creating a state of pure, uninterrupted focus to tackle the really hard stuff. This is where breakthroughs happen. It's how you learn complicated things fast, and it's where you produce real, lasting value. And this slide right here shows such a crucial contrast. On the left, you've got deep work. This stuff creates new value. It's hard for someone else to just come in and replicate. This is what builds careers. Now on the right side, that's shallow work. Think logistical tasks, answering most emails, busy work. It feels productive, but it doesn't really move the needle. The problem? Most of us spend our entire day living on the right side of the screen. And there's this hidden cost to all that shallow work. We all think we can just quickly check an email and then jump right back to our main project, no problem. But, our brains just don't work that way. When you switch from one task to another, a piece of your attention gets left behind. It's a concept called attention residue. That quick glance at your inbox leaves this mental gunk that actually degrades your performance on the task you're trying to get back to. Even a tiny interruption can seriously reduce your brain power, making your work slower and way less creative. So here it is, the crucial point. The ability to do deep work is becoming more valuable precisely because our culture is making it so much more rare. And this creates a massive opportunity. If you can master this skill, you get a huge, decisive advantage over the distracted majority. Newport argues that in today's economy, there are two core abilities that are essential if you want to thrive. 1, the ability to master hard things quickly. And 2, the ability to produce work at an elite level, both in quality and in speed. And guess what? Both of these things depend entirely on your capacity for deep work. Okay, so this all sounds great, but how do we actually do it? This quote right here is the key. Focus isn't some personality trait you're just born with. It's a skill. It's a mental muscle that, like any other muscle in your body, has to be trained with deliberate practice. And this slide brilliantly lays out the path forward. Newport gives us 4 rules to train that focus muscle. Number 1, work deeply by building rituals. Number 2, embrace boredom, which sounds weird but is so important. 3, be really selective about your digital tools. And finally, number 4, you have to drain the shallows, all that low-value work that just floods your day. So let's talk about rule 1 for a second. Work deeply. This isn't just about willpower, it's about structure. Think of the psychologist Carl Jung. He built a literal stone tower out in the woods so he could think. Or J.K. Rowling, who checked into a 5-star hotel just to finish the last Harry Potter book. They created a fortress for their focus. And you have to do the same by designing your own rituals and environments that tell your brain, okay, it's time to go deep. But here's a really critical reality check. Your capacity for true, intense, deep work is finite. Even for the most focused experts out there, the limit is about 4 hours a day. That's it. And that's precisely why Rule 4, drain the shallows, is so important. You have to fiercely protect this incredibly valuable but limited time from that constant flood of low-value tasks. So as we start to wrap this up, I want you to think about this. What's that one meaningful goal you've been putting off? Maybe it's writing a book, or learning to code, or starting a business. The thing you've put off not because you lack the talent, but because you just can't seem to find the uninterrupted time to actually make it happen. Because ultimately, that's what this is really all about. Deep work isn't just another productivity hack. It's a choice. It's a decision to operate differently than everyone else. It's a decision to leave the noise of the shallows behind and join that small group of people who are creating things that truly matter. And according to Newport, making that choice isn't just an improvement, it's a transformational experience.